Hey everyone, I am standing here again in front of the new WeCreat Vista laser cutter and engraver. And in yesterday's video, I showed you a little bit of the unboxing and the setup of it. It really pretty much comes totally set up. You just have to attach a few things. But anyway, I'm not going to show you that again today. I just want to tell you again that all you do is lift the lid. It's got this camera that auto focuses, can auto measure the thickness of your wood, shows you what's in the bed so that you're not cutting back over an empty area. It's just amazing. I've had a lot of fun with it. So, and again, $6.99. Early bird special. I don't think you could beat that. I never looked into pricing for lasers before until I got this one, and that really is a good deal. It's even a good deal after the early bird, but it's going to be twice the price. So you might want to look into that. I will leave a link below for you to click on. So anyway, I'm doing another glass and resin art project on a laser cutout that I've created with this. And the WeCreat program does come with a lot of cutouts. I have chosen to purchase one again off of Etsy just because it's a holiday themed and it's what I wanted to do. But I hope you guys join me and stick around to the end to watch the project. WeCreat is offering an amazing early bird special on the WeCreat Vista. The WeCreat Vista is the laser cutting and engraving machine that you see in this video. They are offering it for a limited time, $699. Please refer to the link that I leave below in the description. At the very bottom there are grates and a tray to catch debris. Put the wood in, turn the machine on, the switch is on the very back, then make sure the hood is up because that's how the camera sees the wood that's in there. And I leave it up while I go to the WeCreat program. Or you can start cutting. You have to turn on the fume extractor on the side and push the central blinking red button. Next, I open the WeCreat program and select Start Project or New Project, and your grid comes up. And then I click import, and then I pick the SVG that I want to use. So you have a choice of loading your own SVGs or choosing from a project that WeCreat has. And for this, I'm doing one of my own SVGs that I had purchased off of Etsy. And you can see the backing to the ghost project. I've moved off of the grid and I'm deleting all of the little stars because I don't want those. And honestly, I should have printed the back at the same time, but I didn't really know what I was doing at the time. And you can see when you scroll over it that these are those other parts aren't attached. So I go ahead and group them together and move them over as a whole. And then next I go into my refresh, and when you click refresh you have to make sure the lid is up and the unit is on. And if it is, it will show you the wood. The camera will show you the wood that's in there. So next I'm going to go and pick the wood that I'm going to use, and this is closest to walnut. And the only choice you have is 5 millimeters, so you go ahead and click confirm that. After you choose the wood and you click on your project, you'll see over on the right you have your choices between engrave and cut. But because I know that it's really not 5 millimeters, I'm really not sure how thick the wood is, I have to go up and click auto measure, which is right next to the refresh button on the top right. And when you auto measure it, down below that it will give you a measurement of how thick it is. And after you do that, you can choose what you want to do, engrave or cut. And when you auto measure, it doesn't put in the speed or the power, so you have to put that in yourself. And I've been doing it at 100 power and 3 speed, and that seems to be working well for this wood that I'm using. And if you mess around with any other settings, please go back and make sure. Can you see how that just changed back to engrave? And then the power and the speed is all back to 0. If you change any other settings, go back and make sure you have the whatever you wanted on, cut or engrave, and then the power and the speed in there, because it will change it. So after I have that all set, and I think everything is right. I go up and I hit start, and then down below it will tell you the estimated processing time right below the picture, and then you hit send. And now it's telling you to go over and shut the lid and push the start button. In addition to wood, the WeCreat Vista cuts and engraves many other materials. And here you can see it finishing cutting out the ghost. And I'm just amazed at how the detail that this cuts at. I'm sure all laser printers are like that. I don't know, but it is just so cool. And then you can see also that there's a tray underneath that you can pull out very easily to remove all the scraps that fall through the grate. There's the top part of them all done, and then I take it out to the garage and I spray it with some gold spray paint. And for the little pieces, the eyes and the other little long pieces, I go ahead and I stick them on tape. That way they don't fly away when I spray it. So I use gold spray paint, and then I actually use a glitter gold on top of that. Paint the backing white just to seal it, and then use the Gorilla Glue to glue the top to the bottom. And after I did that, I took the heavy box and set it on top of it and let it dry overnight. All ready to decorate with the pretty colored resin and glass, and the resin that I'm using for this project is the Naked Fusion, the new and improved formula. I do mix it up and then pour it into separate cups for the different mica colors. The first one that I'm using is the Rolio Silver Ash mica powder, and I just mix it together and pour it all around the areas around the ghost. And some areas were so tiny, I used these little pipettes that I picked up on Amazon to fill like around the spider webs, and any areas that was too small, I just didn't want to drip it all over the wood. And then I took this Ashland decorative filler and spray painted it black and sprinkled it all over everything that was covered with the black resin to give it some sparkle. I mixed all the other color resins. I used the Eye Candy Snowflake for the ghost, the Eye Candy Kiwi Copper for the flowers, and the Rolio Yellow and Green for the center of the flower and the leaves. And again, I had to use the pipette to get it into all the very small areas. And then next for the eyes, I ended up using some pieces of jewelry because the little pieces wood pieces just weren't big enough. And then I did replace the wood cutouts that were cut out on the laser. And lastly, I'm taking this Ashland decorative filler. It's an iridescent glass, and I'm kind of sprinkling it over the ghost, over all the white mica powder, and it just gives it a little extra sparkle. All finished. I think it turned out so pretty. For those of you who are into the laser cutouts but have never tried it with glass and resin art, I really think it enhances the laser cutouts. I think it's so pretty. And for those of you who are into glass and resin art and have never tried it on a laser cutout, you're probably thinking, oh, another tool that I have to buy. But I mean, $6.99, I don't know, since I started looking at lasers after I got this to see, the cost and that and how it compares, you would never find anything like this for $6.99. And there's only a couple of them that they have now that are fully enclosed and have the safety glass on the top where you don't have to use the special glasses to protect your eyes. So that's another thing about it. So anyway, great deal. Check it out. I'll have a link below. And I hope you guys enjoyed the project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the channel. If you enjoy the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Check out our Facebook group. And I hope you guys all have a great day. Thanks for watching.